Rockstars, Music Monday. All right, we've talked about this before, but I've had some questions come in lately, so I thought we would talk about it again. How young is it okay for someone to start singing lessons? And on the flip end, are you too old? At however old you think too old is. So let's talk about how young. This is definitely very controversial. There are a lot of teachers who have some very strong feelings about this, and I'm just going to share mine, what I feel. So take that with a grain of salt. So I'm a true believer that if your child is already singing all the time, getting them into a good vocal technique teacher, it's never too young. Because if they're already singing, they're already instilling habits, either good and or bad, and waiting for them to be older could just be waiting for damage to happen. So if your 7-year-old is singing full out to Adele or Sam Smith and you hear them singing all the time, then getting them into technique as soon as you can. And then if they don't want to continue to do it, they're like, technique is not for me, I don't like it, it's boring, because a lot of young kids, even some teenagers are like, nah, I just want to sing. That's totally fine. I base mine off of how long can you focus, and let's make it fun, but let's make sure you're not doing any damage, because if your child is already singing all the time, getting some good habits in as soon as you can is the best route. So that's my opinion on that. And then as far as how old, definitely some things to think about if you are in your late 60s, 70s, 80s, that you can still definitely take voice lessons, but your body definitely change the older you get. And so some things may take a little bit longer to achieve just because of the nature of the body. Very similar, as I always talk about working out. If you started going to the gym at 65, it's going to take a lot longer to get the muscles that you'd hoped for than if you had started when you're 30. Same idea. You start doing vocal exercises when you're 65, it's going to take you a little bit longer because your body reacts differently when you are older. So the big answer for this is take lessons if you want to. If you are singing anyway and you want some help and you want some guidance, then absolutely, no matter how old or how young, do what feels right for you and find a teacher that fits for your personality. Again, no matter what your age is, for whatever works for you and your singing goals. So there you go. That's my 2 cents.